splitting the world in half is just power. Hello, guys. There's only two types of people in the world: one who entertains and one who serves. That's what Britney said. Britney Spears is wise. Britney Spears leave that line there and boom, the whole world float. So we have to think about this specific line because maybe you are asking yourself that exact question, not exactly that, but I mean some question like that. Maybe you are discovering yourself, maybe you are lost on a loop, and this video is for you. If that's your case, this video is for you. If you want to discover yourself just a little bit more, then stay because you will be answering some questions that maybe some question that you never asked yourself, and this video is for achieving some self-consciousness that you will never be reaching if you are not asking yourself some questions that you don't want to answer maybe. And let's get started. Britney Spears said in circus, there's only two types of people in the world: the ones who entertain, the ones who observe. That's it. So, you are a watcher, you are a performer, who are you? And it's a really interesting question because I think that we lie to ourselves so much and we want to be something that we don't so much, and that's that's wrong. That's wrong. You don't want that. You want to be comfortable. You want to be cozy in your skin. You want to achieve that level of accommodation being you. Britney Spears just split the whole world into two categories: viewers, performers. That's it. She said, you are the public, you are the host. Two choices: public or host. That's it. And you have to choose. You can choose. And some people feel comfortable in this, some people feel comfortable in that. And also, there's no correct answer to that question. Both are good, and both are necessary. In this world, both are so necessary and both are valuable. And you have to know what is your value to feel comfortable too. And I will say that value in the end of the video. So stay at the end of the video so you can know what your value is. But first, we have to clarify something. You're a viewer or you're a watcher. So I have to put more examples for this because in circus we have that line, but we have another line that's freaking good that Britney said. There's only two types of guys out there: the ones who hang with me and the ones who are scared. If you are scared to be with Britney Spears, then go to that lane. You are the people who wants to hang out with Britney Spears so much, then go out on that lane. I want to hang out with Britney Spears so much, and I don't care. I don't care. I am on that lane. I am. I want to be able to actually hang out with her. I know that we will be having so much fucking fun. If you feel something similar like me, and you know that you can be hang out with Britney Spears, then you are that kind of people. And you know something. If you are watching this video, maybe you are doing anything else, and you are maybe just unconsciously seeing this video, and you're unconsciously are also answering my questions, and you want to be honest with yourself because you cannot lie to yourself. Sorry. Yeah, I said it. Yes, that you can't be lying to yourself. You can lie to the whole world. You can lie even to Britney Spears, but you can't lie to yourself. So you have to be honest, and you have to embrace whatever you are. Happy Pride Month. If you're seeing this in June, happy Pride Month. Okay, let me extend my examples for this. So I have Britney Spears, but let's add Nati Peluso. Who is Nati Peluso? Nati Peluso is a girl who branded herself as a strong woman, besides Britney, who branded herself as a little girl. Even with blackout or anything, still Britney is a little girl, in everyone's minds. But Nati, on the other hand, she was marketed as a strong woman for since the beginning, since the debut album Calambre. Listen to Calambre right now. This is not an ad, actually. It's a good album. It's her first LP. I think that she has another EP. Anyways, Nati has this song named Mafiosa, where she is a bad girl. She is the criminal, and she is like this strong woman who dominates usually man field, and she is empowered with this energy. And there's a line in that song when she say, "There's only two type of guys out there: the ones who talks behind your back and the ones who watch himself in the mirror." You know, like the one who only watched himself and nothing else, and the ones who just lie. Let's say that. It's deep than that, but anyways, let's get. And Britney in Circus has this other line where she said there's only two types of guys out there: the ones who hang with me and the ones who are scared. So to this woman, there's only two types of guys out there. That's it. Split the whole world in half. And that's relatable. I will think that splitting the world in half is just power. A powerful person just split the whole world in half, and that's it. You have to be able to split the world. Even if you're a viewer or host or anything, you have to be able to see someone and put that person into A or B. You have to be able to feel A is X and B is Y. Anyways, you can just custom this narrative because they obviously put this on men's because they're women and they're, talking about herself in her music, but you have to grab those examples and put it into your life because you have to be able to recognize what kind of people can I be tagging. You have to tag people actually, and that's okay. You have to tag people sometimes, but now you want to tag people everywhere, every time, on the street, in the subway. You have to see someone and you'll say like, that person will hang out with Britney Spears, or that person is, a fucking good viewer. I would say that that person will write a fucking good book, or that person will actually perform a fucking great show. I just know it. I just know that. And you can do that to yourself. You can exercise your brain into identify these patterns into anywhere, and then you have to be able to replicate that same exercise on yourself. Don't even look at the mirror. Just look at your Instagram, look at your photos, look into your gallery. You have to be able to see yourself and think, this person is A, B, C, D, E, you know, and people will be doing this with you actually. So for that reason, you have to be honest with yourself because you want to be someone who is yourself. You don't want to be anyone but yourself. And you have to be comfortable being yourself. As I said, your goal is to be so cozy being yourself. And I think that that's a fucking dope goal, actually. And also, we split that narrative into a whole economy, into the whole world. So let's put on the table what kind of add ups do we have in if you're a viewer or if you're a performer, because both have pros and cons. So we decided as a society that we have to be able to host. We usually think that being host is better than just being a watcher. Like this narrative with TikTok and everything, just saying everyone that you can create content and you have to stop consuming content. But I will say that that's not 100% true. There's people out there consuming content in a way so artsy, in a deep way, and I think that they people just chew the art and just throw it to anyone else so the whole world can comprehend what's going on. And that's a fucking good reason to see the value of the viewers because being a viewer, it's not to being an NPC or something like that. It's not correct. It's something that the world told us to believe, but that's not true at all. We want to reach that level of consciousness. We want to achieve that level of self consciousness too, because I think that if we are on environments that feed us, we will feel that that environment is our same energy and we will feel fit enough to create anything. And to achieve this level of comfort, you have to be creating things. You have to feel productive. You have to feel like good to yourself, not for the world, but for yourself. You have to stop and you have to sit down and you have to think to yourself. You have to think, am I being comfortable just doing 50 videos a day on TikTok and 20 videos per week on YouTube? I feel comfortable doing this. And you have to answer to this question because maybe you are just on a loop because you are not comfortable doing anything that you think that you have to be doing. You don't have to be doing anything. You have to be comfortable. You have to be happy. And you have to acquire that knowledge to feel that everyone is just doing anything. Everyone's just doing anything. And you don't want to be just doing anything. You want to be conscious. You want to know what you are doing. So you have to stop and you have to ask yourself, Am I being comfortable doing this? Or I am just doing this because I think that I have to be doing this? Because at the end of the day, you never told anyone who you are, but your pictures said it, your attitude said it, and everyone just knows who you are. So you are putting yourself on a lane that it's not for you, or you are in a correct lane and you are achieving a goal that you will be ending being happy because with the camera on, you are answering that question to yourself. You don't have to be asking to yourself, which one am I? Am I a viewer or am I a performer?